Yeah, we have to play the waiting game a little bit. Check out some results on this upcoming weekend where we have a bye on the weekend. So we'll have to see how Dallas and Salt Lake do, and then get ready for our last game regardless. But we're hopeful that we put ourselves in a position that we win and we can get into the playoffs, and that's our mindset right now. That's what we can control. Um, we the boys gave everything at Salt Lake. From the shots to the creating some chances. Really in many ways limiting them, Diego Luna on the day, just really trying to take away what they're really good at. It was a good game, a tough game. We fell short. We're disappointed that was a big opportunity, to get us closer to the playoffs. We accept that and know that we have to be better. We retain the Rocky Mountain Cup as per the rules, and we're proud to keep that with our fans for another year. One of the objectives when we started this season, one of the trophies we wanted to keep hold of. So, yeah, a lot to play for. We'll use this week the right way before a few days off on the weekend. And this group is hungry to get into the postseason.
Chris, how do you as a coach handle this weekend without a game? Will you be in front of a TV watching Dallas and Salt Lake for results? Will you be getting out of the house and taking your mind off of it?
Yeah, look, I'll be tuned into those games real time, knowing I think one starts an hour and a half earlier. I already know that's happening. One is in Seattle and the other is at the Galaxy. I understand this is important to us. We always say it's once you get past your family and certain loved ones, this is the most important thing in the world to us. So I'll be tuned in this weekend. And also having my eye on LAFC, because regardless, we want to win at home in front of our fans in the last one, and if we want any hopes of the playoffs, we got to win that game. So yeah, I always use the days pretty wisely, especially some time off, but I'm always tuned into the MLS action.
Chris, how hard is to focus on the LAFC game, especially during this week that you have the games for Real Salt Lake and Dallas on Saturday? Is it different?
Yeah, we do it at the same time. There's nothing to think about Salt Lake and Dallas. I can't control any of that besides my eyes checking what goes on there. So that is just that comes Saturday evening. So right now, from today on, even on my past days off, it was understanding LAFC, watching their games against Salt Lake, watching how they use Bouanga and Son, and how they play in transition, how they can defend in the 5 in the back. There's lots of things I'm already thinking about. One day at a time around here. We enjoy what we do. We're privileged and honored to be in these spots. We love that we're in the playoff mix, and for a really long time, in 2 years, we've been in a playoff position. So we'll keep one eye on the games on the weekend, and all of our effort and emotion on what we can control around here, which is the Rapids.
Coach, with Zach Steffen being left off the U.S. men's national team list for the game here next week, how do you approach him as a coach and a man, and just talk to him about that experience?
Yeah, listen, we have real-time discussions with Zach, like his previous call-ups, Mihalovic's trip to the Olympics last year, where we allowed him to go, and those guys, the players' dreams are our dreams. So that one hurt a bit, because he got left off the last time when he was injured. But previously there was numerous consecutive call-ups. I think it was 5 call-ups into camp. And we said, if you look at the eye test, even Salt Lake makes big saves for us. Statistically, he's one of the best in MLS this year. Has been on the national team radar. I think he's made a good case for himself. So the fact that it's in Denver, it almost feels closer. That he can get his foot back in the door. As this World Cup's getting closer. So disappointed for Zach, but he's got a really good mindset. That's why he's in the position that he is in, because he really is about controlling the controllables and focusing on all the things that he calls his process. So Yeah, Sharpie, myself, the staff were disappointed. Zach's disappointed, but at the end of the day, you still have to come back and understand that for the national team, it's never a given, right? It's not automatic. It's not anyone's right. It's always a privilege, and you got to put yourself in that spot, and then they make the decision, and you accept it and probably respect it. So he's hungry to. There'll be some more changes from now to the World Cup. I think he's going to get there, and I hope he does.
Chris, how important and especially is this last game, besides the playoffs, is against LAFC, last game, home game, and fan appreciation night?
Yeah, for me, it's very, very special because it means something. At the moment, it means something. It's unlikely that it doesn't mean anything, but it's always, you put on that jersey, you stand in front of the fans. There's always such a sense of pride to deliver performance and results. So I don't take one day for granted around here. How much each time out in front of our home fans that we honor them by what we put into those games. It's why we have maybe the second most amount of wins in our conference, maybe the most in the last two years. So fan appreciation night, give it back to them. Last game of the regular season with a chance to get to the playoffs. We love it, and we will fight for our fans. And the other part is that it's against a top team. So anytime you can measure yourself against the best, we love that opportunity. So Buanga and Son, and you can keep, Delgado. For us, they're one of the best teams in the league. So we can't wait, but we'll get ready and throw everything at it.
Coach, we saw Darren being named to 22 under 22 this morning. As a coach who, for the past 2 years, have seen him really grow, given him the minutes that he's earned to achieve this list nomination, what have you seen from him maybe in the past couple weeks or past couple months to see that growth and understand him a little bit more as a player, a young man, really deserving of this?
I'm so happy for him. I'm proud of him. I'm proud for him and his family. Yaps loves the club, loves the badge. So does his family. He takes real pride in what he does around here. So to be on the journey with him, pushing him, challenging him, I'm thrilled for him. I can tell you, and I'll tell the listeners, here's a guy last year that was stressed about not scoring, almost, really down, letting the team down. Coach, I have 50 games and no goals. And of course, imagine how much he really feels that. But I said, you're going to score goals. I don't know when. But it's like kind of like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. When you stop looking, you find that person. You stop trying so hard, and you find the goal, which he did. You saw what it meant to him, to his teammates, to the coaching staff, to the fans. Yappy Hour. All about him, not alcohol. Just all about Yappy Hour. I love this story for him, and it's only getting started. He's only getting started. He's got a bright future. He's got a wonderful attitude. He's a high character, and we think he's a high potential. So, thrilled for him.